Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Top Gun Maverick is the #1 movie in the world.
Damn right.
It's an absolute blast from start to finish, and one of the greatest movies ever made.
Having any fun yet?
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.
Hey, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to Season 15, episode number 3,359. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. And you are in the Men's Room. On tap today it is a random question. Your guess is as good as my categories: Thanksgiving side dishes and the most hated sports franchises. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, Men's Room shout of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted. All right, here we go to Florida, where authorities are looking for the person who stole 50 birds and 2 monkeys from a pet store. Until today, I'd never read the headline, Russian Sausage King Murdered by Crossbow in Sauna before. In Europe, panic shoppers are once again leaving shelves bare. Florida man goes fishing in a 1,000-pound alligator he did snare. And a British Columbian learns that the Dine and Dash experience, that's a 2-parter. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, California Pizza Kitchen, Sizzler, Ruby Tuesday, Chuck E. Cheese. All of these once mighty restaurant chains, well, they filed for bankruptcy protection this year. And I used to love these places as a kid. And now another childhood classic is going down in flames. I'm speaking, of course, of Friendly's Restaurant. If my parents offered me the chance to go to Friendly's, I would be on my best behavior so that I could enjoy a delicious hot fudge sundae. But see, that's how parents have the power, right? We have the money, so we get to decide where it's spent and on what. And if you don't have money, you can't go to a restaurant. That did not stop one woman in British Columbia, though. She attempted to dine and dash at her local restaurant. Now, she did dine, but her dash, well, that was to hide in the ceiling of the restaurant. And her cunning plan failed when she came crashing through the ceiling, landing in front of the police officers that were called because she was going to dine and dash. Sorry, Mike. It is an awkward situation for sure, but according to a new survey, fret not, the average person has at least 4 awkward moments a month. And we have the survey results, and they're pretty much spot on. We'll share that later, but just know that these are some of the stories that we've seen, stories that left us with many questions we'd like to ask you in the form of our random question, and here is how it works. You call us, we ask a question at complete random. And after you share your story, we'll share with you the news story that inspired said question.
Be part of the big show, the random question. Call 206-421-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has a wide range of electrified vehicles, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Only available in select states. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Everyone is talking about Top Gun Maverick, and it's now the #1 movie in the world.
Outstanding.
It will leave you cheering. Yes! And is the ultimate summer movie experience.
Damn right.
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
All the Joes and away we go. Welcome to season 15, episode number 3,359. What a large charge program we have for you today. It is a guaranteed future repeat. Before we get to all the big things on tap for the big show today, very excited to announce this morning on BJ and Miggs, the KISW Live Day Halftime Zoom Room.
You didn't really announce it. BJ told you, and you were like, wait, what now?
I was so happy to go on BJ and Miggs show to announce the KISW Live Day Halftime Zoom Room.
That is correct.
You can be a limited part of our live podcast performance and audience. And not only that, a chance to ask our show, BJ and Miggs, any question you want. And from what we understand, Mike is supplying drinks for that hour of fun for our program. We are going to do the entire thing pantsless. You get to guess which member of the program is not wearing clothes. But all honesty, part of the ticket proceeds will go towards our friends at Coats for Kids with the Washington State Council of Firefighters and Operation Warm. It's a limited number of people because we're doing this on a Zoom thing. Only 50 spots will be available for our show and BJ and Miggs. So if you want to be part of that live podcast day, your chance to hang with us, ask anything you want. Anything you want. Just head to KISW.com. Live day, of course, presented by our friends at the Advocates. It is going to be a great day, and we're doing it. BJ and Miggs, they're going to do their live show and then go on at 10:30.
Okay.
And do that halftime Zoom room, and then we are going to do it before we go on the air.
So we won't get too drunk.
We're going to get a little bit loopy, but we're going to have a good time with you. KISW Live Day Halftime Zoom Room. Tickets available now at KISW.com. And yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, yeah.
But we're not drinking, boss.
Mike's going to bring in his ball.
You told us not to drink. We're not drinking. We are team of players,
Bruce. Anything you want. Good times. But yeah, those are limited tickets. So head now to KISW.com for more details, and you're doing some good when you buy the tickets, too. Okay, as we said, big show for you today. A guaranteed future repeat. The exciting return of Your Guess Is As Good As Mine. And the categories today, never too early to start talking about Thanksgiving dinner.
Nope.
One of my favorite holidays in the world. And today, one of our topics is the top 10 Thanksgiving side dishes that people right now are already fantasizing about eating.
Because chances are, the thing about Thanksgiving, for whatever reason, other than mashed potatoes, it seems like every other side dish, the main meal, we only eat it once a year. Maybe twice if you include Christmas, right?
Yeah. I mean, think about the last time you had a green bean casserole.
When was the last time you had cranberry sauce?
Or even just gravy. You know what I mean?
Stuffing.
Right. All these things. Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
That's
it.
Yeah, I bet I don't think I've had stuffing since last Thanksgiving. Maybe Christmas.
That's what I mean. Christmas, maybe you repeat, but again, it's probably been 10 months.
Yeah, the sides of the thing, man, that's the key element of Thanksgiving dinner.
I agree.
If you go to anyone else's house, you're invited over there, and sometimes you see their sides, and you're like,
damn it.
What is scalloped potatoes?
Nothing wrong with scalloped potatoes.
Instead of mashed potatoes, there absolutely is a big problem with that in my mind.
I think you should have both.
That's a deal killer for me, man. No mashed potatoes are great. They'd be like no stuffing, Ted.
Don't bring me into this. You know I like the scalloped potatoes. Okay. We go through this every time.
All right.
What if put up green beans?
What if they're homemade?
What, homemade scalloped potatoes?
Yeah, my buddy's wife like shaves the potatoes and everything.
Get out of here. I don't know if I've ever had that.
That sounds like a euphemism. My buddy's wife shaves her potatoes.
Yeah.
Get that.
So we have the most.
That's important.
The 10 most important Thanksgiving side dishes you're fantasizing about right now. That's one of our categories. And then after yesterday's NFL performance, I decided once again to bring out the category of the most hated sports franchises of all time.
Not just NFL.
Not just NFL. There are 4 NFL teams on the list. There are 2 Major League Baseball teams on the list.
All right.
There are 2 NBA basketball teams on the list, only 1 NHL hockey team, and 1 Premier Soccer League team.
Okay.
So there you go. We're going to talk about, just for whatever reason. I mean, people, and depending on what your sport is, I mean, you know who you hate. Typically, here's one tip-off for a clue.
Hate who you hate based on who you like. And then there's franchises that everyone hates except the people that like
Correct.
it. Right?
And you know them. They are good.
That's why you hate them.
Look, nobody's sitting there going like, damn the Jets.
I hate them.
Man, they ruined my day. No, that's not how it works.
I would think if you're a Dolphins fan, if you're a Bills fan, if you're a Patriots fan, you love the Jets. They are the greatest gift to your team.
Indiana Pacers did not ruin your NBA experience. You can't hate them.
I mean, maybe once or twice.
You think to yourself, do they still have a team? But you don't think to yourself, boy, I hate them. You know what I mean? Can't wait for someone to go in and, I don't know, beat the New Jersey Devils. You know? It's just... Those aren't the ones that people hate. They hate the good teams. So just remember that if you pick that category coming up.
Good teams are just popular for no reason, even though they haven't been relevant in a year. Cowboys.
And you know what? Don't be surprised.
They're not good, but everyone hates them.
If those types of teams don't also show up on the list. Right.
You are not good, but we hate you.
And certain teams that win games for whatever reason there at the last second. You know what I mean? They're on the list as well. Today is the day in the meantime that we do our random question. Question 206-421-ROCK.
Random.
Hello, Dave. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Dave, what's happening, man?
Oh, man, I'm living life. How you doing, man?
No, we're doing good, man. How was the weekend?
Far too short, but pretty good, actually. You know, had some decent weather, a little chilly. Was able to get out there and hit some hiking trails. It was, all told, pretty good. I had discovered some really good weed-infused chocolate truffles.
Ooh. Did you do that? Did you do that before the hike?
Well, you have to pregame, right? And then when you get up to a certain elevation, you have to, recharge back up again.
Yeah. Then you ask your dad to come over and hang out for a little while you continue the hike. Yeah. Okay, let's.
I mean, he's dead, but I think I did see him.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Wow, those are some good truffles.
That was an inside joke that went way off.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, well, he's dead.
Okay. All right, Dave. Let's go with this question. What would you say? Let's start off on a positive note today.
Positive Monday.
What would you say is the nicest thing that someone has done for you in your lifetime lately? I mean, hell, look, I get a semi chub when I come home and realize my neighbors brought my trash cans in today. It was garbage day. That's
nice.
Yeah,
now,
really.
Granted, mine have done that, but it's because trash day is Friday and I left them there until Tuesday. Yeah. But deep down, they were being nice.
But what is the nicest thing that someone has done for you?
Wow. Okay, nicest thing someone's ever done for me.
It's a tough question.
I mean, a lot of times it goes back to childhood. Your mom didn't tell your dad that thing you did to save your life.
Yeah.
I mean, I owe my mom a few on that, I'm sure.
So I'm going to have to go back to high school. So I was a senior in high school, total white trash, right? Including like just no money, mullet, the whole nine. But like there was a guy who really saw something in me. He was in high school. He was my science teacher. And he went to a university, Pacific Lutheran University down there in Tacoma. And that's where I wanted to go too. But I had nothing for money. I was broke as a joke, and my family didn't have any kind of money for a private university. And so he did me a super solid. Like he hooked me up with quite a few connections who had money and scholarships. And between like just going on a limb and saying, hey, this dude's like, he's a pretty sharp dude. He's pretty smart. You'll be surprised. Yeah, I didn't get a full ride scholarship, but I got most of the money I needed. In between the job, I was able to make it there. So yeah, if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would have gone.
Dave, does he know that?
Oh yeah, he totally knows that.
Okay, because I think that's
remember
important.
him on his birthdays and said, like, Mr. Early, I'm like, dude, I would not be where I am right now. So right now, like, I'm the director of learning and development for biotech. We're seeking cures for specific types of cancers.
Did you contemplate that on the mountaintop while tripping on the?
Boy, I hope we can get a load of. I hope that load of monkeys and beagles comes in. Right. I got some ideas.
Yeah, man. It's just like that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's people like that who step up in a big way, and there's no like. It's not like he gets anything out of it.
Yeah,
other
but
than like obviously, hey.
But you know what's funny about it, right? So when it comes to paying college tuition, if someone else, or even, put you in the right direction, if someone else who's not related to you does it, then you end up being like you, Dave, where you are exceptionally thankful and it means so much and your gratitude can't really be explained. If your parents bring the bill, you're going to go out drinking and partying. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. It costs the same, but if mom and dad pay for it, who cares? Someone else, you're like, that is the nicest person in the world.
This is a pretty good story here for sure. And the reason we asked the question, what's the nicest thing someone has done for you? And it goes back to, I've got a good friend that I live with, that I grew up with. I follow him on the Twitter sphere, and he got a transplant a year ago. He's not really sure exactly. He's trying to track the person down or the family down where he got the transplant from.
What did he get a transplant of?
He got a kidney. Oh. And he was going to die. And so they found a guy in Baltimore, Maryland. He went to Hopkins, got the transplant. He was on the list.
Yeah, we got a kidney for you.
Yeah, I got a kidney right here. You want kidney? It's got Obey on it. But he gets
kidney on?
He gets the kidney. There's not a week that goes by that I don't see him put something on Twitter that says how appreciative he is, how he's happy to be alive. He's glad he can be there for his kids. He goes on and on and on about how important it is to be a donor.
Sure.
How important it is to do all this stuff, and it's a life-changing experience, obviously, for him. And that story is kind of on this tip on what's the nicest thing someone's done for you. A Bridgeport man in Connecticut is giving the gift of life to his fiancée. But police say criminals saw their plans on social media and targeted them for profit.
Oh, damn.
Cesar Larea announced on social media that he donated the kidney to his 37-year-old wife and her fiance. Investigators say when the suspects heard the news, they used that opportunity to break into the couple's apartment with a screwdriver while the pair were having their surgeries.
Damn, man.
A senator who was Connecticut's top police officer for 20 years said the crime is so outrageously insensitive. He plans to tell his colleagues about it on the Senate Judiciary Committee with the hope of stiffening penalties for criminals who use the internet to target people with disabilities. Victims' mothers are pressing Bridgeport police to use DNA testing on the blood left behind where the intruder apparently cut themselves. They stole thousands of dollars worth of the couple's property. Again, they were both having surgeries at the same time. They had posted this up on social media. Someone used that as an opportunity to break into their home and steal thousands of dollars worth of crap.
But isn't that how it works now? People, hey, man, going on vacation for 2 weeks. Like, what you need to do is tell people just got back from a 2-week vacation. Because I've heard people getting targeted on that, where it's just, they know you're not home. You keep posting pictures from, I don't know, you're in the Philippines, and they look cool. They're still not home. And granted, this is worse. But still, once you tell people you're not home, especially for an extended period of time, at least since social media has become a thing, like, yeah, they target your guys.
Absolutely. And if you have a tracking device, sometimes it'll let you know, like, such and such is here. Or such and such is there. Such and such just popped up here. I'm like, you're not home. Right. Yeah. All I got to do is see, like, you're at Target because you just let me know such and such checked in at Target. I'm like, why do I need to know you're at Target?
We really don't.
You know what I mean?
No, you don't.
I don't.
And when we find out that you are, we don't care.
Right.
Now we're annoyed that we know that you're at Target. Mm-hmm. It's funny how that works.
Or I get annoyed if somebody checks me in somewhere. Don't be checking me in.
You know what the one that...
like, you could check in other people. Like, if Mike and I are together and we both have Facebook, he could say, hey,
we're at Red Robin.
We're at Red Robin with Ted Smith.
Oh, God.
So now everybody knows I'm at the Robin, which would be fine.
Yeah.
Of all the places, I don't mind showing up at the Robin, but...
Right.
Other places like, hey, whoa.
Okay, so.
Just check me in with a strip club?
Random.
Hello, Michael. Welcome to the men's room.
Get out and vote, America.
Hola.
Michael, welcome to the program. Random question.
Yep. Hey, 2 quick things before we begin. Number 1, suspect is an abs. That's despicable. Targeting people who are in surgery for a kidney.
Oh, I know that's why we brought it up.
We found 100% of the people agree with that.
Yeah, and the other thing is, Mr. Connery,
oh, man.
the world is far less for you.
I didn't know that he had died, and I got up, I think it was Saturday morning or whatever, and as soon as I sat on the couch, my wife spins the computer around and says, did you see this? And I'm like, this is how I'm going to start my day? This is how I'm going to start my freaking day.
Okay.
Thrill, that was the exact same thing. I'm like, this is how it starts. This is how Halloween starts.
Can you remember the last movie that he was in? I think I'm right on this, and it was The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, all right?
That's the most recent one I can think of,
That's the last movie he did. It was panned so critically, and it really was a terrible movie, but it was critically, it was. But the idea was cool, but the movie was awful. He took it very personally, and he actually stopped acting after that.
Yeah, I mean, even when I think it was Spielberg came to him and asked, "Hey, do you want to be in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?" He said, "No,
nope, nope." That's another good decision he made. That movie sucked too.
I was going to ask you how many sexual partners you've had, but I think I got a better one. Let's go with this one. What restaurant got you really excited as a kid? What restaurant were you fired up to go to, man? That was the spot. I got to go there. I can't wait. Birthday, special occasion, good grades. What was it?
Man, pick my brain now, aren't you? Well, I think the one I always got fired up about was it's a toss between Old Country Buffet or Red Lobster. Probably Red Lobster, though.
When's the last time you've been to Red Lobster?
Last time I can actually remember, maybe 2-3 years ago.
Okay, all right.
No, that's better than most people.
I just passed one in Tacoma the other day, and I was thinking to myself, "Hey, man, I got to get to one of these."
One by my work, and I'm just like, man, I can't wait to go back there again.
Yeah, you know, man, Red Lobster's on my list. So is Olive Garden.
No, he's right. As a kid, something like Old Country Buffet, anything that had a buffet, I love that. Because when you're a kid, kids understand this. When you go to, I don't know if buffets will ever come back, but you always got treated a little better. I wanted to go to a play, gave me crayons, they gave me something to do. I got like a free ice cream scoop.
Shoney's.
Just because I'm a kid.
Yeah, they had Shoney's in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Shoney's was good. Bob's Big Boy. Did you guys ever go to a Chesapeake Bay seafood house?
No.
So there was like one near where I grew up, and then there was one out in Burtonsville by the Amish market.
Okay.
And this was like, they had like a full menu, but it was like you could get, the price point went to a certain level. So like I was never old enough to get the blue crabs, so like my dad and brother could, but they would let me go up to like fried chicken and steamed shrimp.
All right.
And then you could get everything below that.
Yeah. Where I lived,
I like that.
It was awesome.
Look, where I lived, you didn't get the best of anything. You got the second tier.
Sure.
So, like, as far as fast food goes, you didn't get Arthur Treacher fish and chips.
You got
Long John Silver's. You didn't get Arby's roast beef. You got Rack's roast beef. You didn't get Burger King. You got Burger Chef. So all these
places, they're not awful. They weren't awful.
Burger Chef. They put mustard on their hamburger.
You're right. They definitely were a step back.
Tell you what, Rack's is having a moment.
They're back?
I guess there's only like 3 of them left or something in Ohio.
That's a moment.
But yeah, some guy made a video and everybody's all about it now. Okay. I never even heard of Rack's.
Rack's was one of the original roast beef places. I don't know if they were before, same time, or after Arby's, but they were just in our area. So
what about Shakey's? Someone here says Shakey's Pizza. Someone else, there's a place in California called Dimples. And then someone else, mine says Golden Corral.
Golden Corral. Okay.
You know what? Another one, and granted, I like burgers, but Fuddruckers.
Oh, God.
I remember the first time I went to that Fuddruckers in Baltimore.
They had a burger bar, didn't they? Or was that Johnny Rockets? What was the one where you had the bar, like you could go up and build your own burger after you got it?
That was Fuddruckers.
No, that's Fuddruckers.
That was Fuddruckers.
I just remember my father saying, "Do you want to go to Fuddruckers?" I'm a child. I had never heard of this place, and I could not stop laughing. I thought he was cussing every time he said it.
And they had the meat hanging in there?
Yeah.
You used to have one down at the Inner Harbor in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Reason we asked what restaurant got you really excited as a kid. Friendly's Restaurant, an East Coast dining chain known for its Sundays. They have filed for bankruptcy protection under their parent company, FIC Restaurants. So they fired Chapter 11, which basically means that they are done as of yesterday afternoon. At least 10 chains, by the way, have filed for bankruptcy protection since the pandemic began this year. But Friendly's, like other chains that have stumbled upon the air, has been struggling already. By the way, as far as that company is concerned and the other restaurants that they've filed for bankruptcy as well, Ruby Tuesdays. You guys remember Ruby's?
Yeah.
Sizzler.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, California Pizza Kitchen.
All right.
And Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, so Chuck.
You're wondering, Chuck E. Cheese and California Pizza Kitchen? They're the same people making the same pizza.
Mm-hmm. One does better.
Same company.
It's
same thing.
Not the rat.
More of the random question coming up. 206-421-ROCK.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Everything is better electrified. like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has a wide range of electrified vehicles, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Only available in select states. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Everyone is talking about Top Gun Maverick, and it's now the #1 movie in the world.
Outstanding.
It will leave you cheering. Yes! And is the ultimate summer movie experience.
Damn right.
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.
You're in the men's room. 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle.
Little programming note for you.
Programming note.
Yeah.
We need programming note music.
I'm not kidding you. Programming note. Look, this show might suck today, okay? Might not be the greatest men's room show you
might.
Now, tomorrow, I'm telling you, the sit and spin is going to be perfect. You're going to love it. I know tomorrow's a big day. This has nothing to do with anything that's going on tomorrow.
No, this is, look, we had an idea.
We've been working on this for a week straight.
Everybody has. Everyone is contributing to this. Now, we hope that you enjoy it as much as we do because we are just cracking ourselves up.
I have a feeling that this will make our end of year spectacular. This is going to be one of the greatest sit and spins ever. It's so epic. We haven't even told Ryan Castle he's going to do it yet
because he might disagree.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just that easy.
Say we told everybody we were going to do this.
Now you have to be the bad guy.
Yeah, exactly. You have to bring this to the people. But I'm telling you right now, if you're looking for some comic relief, please tune in tomorrow at about 4:30 or so. Sit and Spin is going to be the greatest one ever. I promise you.
Ever.
Matter of fact, it's so good we might have to do it a couple times.
And just so you know, as a hint, it is Motley Crue inspired.
Yes, it is. It is all inspired by the Crew. Of course, that's that's all we're going to give you though. That's all we can say. Okay. That's tomorrow in the men's room. In the meantime, it is our random question. Question 206-421-ROUND.
Hello, Don. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, ladies.
Hola.
Don, welcome to the program. Random question. Don, I think of all people that we know on the program, you could probably come up with a more creative answer to this than anybody else. Okay? And honest to God, because there's all kinds of things out there that we really, really love in our life. Things that we enjoy doing. What would you really like to be doing when you pass on? When you die, what do you want to be doing at that particular time?
Like myself, I'm inspired by the Who's own bass player, one John Entwistle, who, when I found him dead, he was having sex with hookers and doing blow. And I'm like, look, if you gotta go, I have no doubt he died doing what he loved.
See, I think I might start out with a crab feast. You know, like I've got all these ideas. Like, you know what I mean? What do I want to eat?
Are you going to choke or are you going to have like a heart attack?
Oh, no, I'm going to eat them all and then I'm going to go have sex. Like, I got a plan. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe the spiciness will get to me. I don't know what's going to happen.
It doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah, exactly. I had a big bushel of crabs and now I'm having sex.
Thank you for adding L on that.
And now I'm going to die. So, Don, what would you like to be doing when you die?
Well, kind of a combination of all the things, you know. Number one, be in the saddle, but, you know, have a nice fat line and, you know, and a cold beer in the other hand.
All right.
So blow, beer, and a chick.
It's probably been a while since you've done those things together.
At the same time,
right?
Yeah. It's been a while for at least, well, you know.
No, we know. We know.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I'm just glad you didn't say these silly things that people say, like, I'm going to be bitten in half by a shark. I really do not want to be bitten. I want to be attacked by a tiger. I truly hope I am not attacked by a tiger.
Would you be wanting to have sex in, like, the Princess's Castle at Disney World? Or is there any I mean, you got any kind of crazy
Don't make that face. Come on, man.
Like that?
No, man. That's a castle. You can't be having sex in there.
What if it was the man? What if it's Cinderella or Snow White?
It's Cinderella.
All right, so Cinderella comes down and pulls you aside and says, look, I'm not supposed to break character.
Okay.
But I want your fuzzy ass in this castle right now. Tell me you're not going.
Well, yeah, sure.
What if you were dressed as the Maryland Terrapin mascot?
All right.
Football game and just drive away. Would that be exciting?
That's awful. It's going to ruin Testudo for all those children.
Yes, it will. But still,
dead.
I did not think about that angle. You're right.
It'd be pretty tremendous, though. Testudo goes out on the back of one of those, you know.
Has a mascot ever died during a game?
I don't know. But it would be epic.
I mean, but think about these summer sports, right? I mean, it's hot as a name. You can think, right? They're in this big-ass, typically wool kind of outfit. They're dancing, they're jumping, they're running up and down stairs at a stadium. I mean, these guys are putting in work, man. It's one just falling over and not gotten back up.
I mean, I'm sure at some point one of them must have, right?
Had a heart attack in there, had a stroke.
Or even just bumped his head.
Yeah, anything.
First story I get is from 2005. Texas Tech mascot dies during the game.
What is the mascot?
The Aggie?
Texas Tech
it's
mascot.
a guy.
A black quarter horse named Double T.
Was it an actual
Oh, so
quarter
the horse died.
I think the horse
That
did.
doesn't make it
that
okay.
doesn't- No, it doesn't. It's different. It's a horse. They die anyway. I'm talking about somebody in the
Mascot's
costume.
numbered.
If it was a horse dressed up like a person, then it wouldn't be a big deal.
Well, I think that horse wears a little something over his eyes.
Does he?
The
What,
Texas
blinders?
Tech, right? Because they're the Red Raiders.
Oh, we didn't step on something.
okay. All right.
I'm just saying it'd be a tragic thing. I can't imagine it has not happened in the course of history of sports.
The reason we asked what would you like to be doing when you die, this is a bizarre one. Reports out of Russia, who never fail to amaze anyone, especially with their cams that they put on their cars, man. But this is no exception. Per Russia's investigative committee, which is similar to the FBI in the U.S., masked assailants murdered the country's meat tycoon with a crossbow in the early hours of Monday morning. Vladimir Muragov was with his 36-year-old girlfriend, Sabina, when he was attacked in the sauna on his estate about 25 miles outside of Moscow. He is known, by the way, as the Sausage King of Russia. He is 54 years old. He has owned a meat empire sausage factory, the biggest meat processing plant in Eastern Europe and Northern Asia. The female accomplice, the girlfriend, she was able to escape through a window and contact authorities from a neighboring property, but it was too late for her boyfriend, who was reportedly tied up and tortured for an hour before being shot with a crossbow. The Sausage King had been involved in a high-profile property dispute with his ex-wife since 2019, which became an issue nearly 5 years after his divorce. There was rumors that he had a handful of financial struggles, some debts. The investigation revealed that his assailants were trying to extract information surrounding the dispute and meat-related matters, as well as shake him down for some of the money that he owed.
You know what this is about.
His killers fled by getaway vehicle in a car that was found on the outskirts of town near Moscow, but these suspects have not been discovered, identified, or arraigned. All they can do, they say, is wait and hope that justice is served for the Sausage King of Moscow.
Look, I don't know much about the Sausage King of Moscow. I did not know that there was a Sausage King of Moscow. And it's tragic that he was shot in the chest with a crossbow.
In the sauna.
But in the sauna. But the suspects they're looking for, I'm going to say it's a child from England. Because he wants a skinless bangers.
Oh, Jesus.
Could you make me some skinless bangers, Sausage King?
God, that thing is so brutal. A crossbow in your own sauna.
I know. Who dealt with a crossbow? I don't know why. I mean, even if you shot the guy in the chest with a gun, it's savage. But somehow the crossbow just makes it crazier to me.
It makes it worse.
Yeah.
I just wonder what they're shaking him down for, like a recipe for one of his
You said
brats?
meat-related matters
Yeah, exactly.
and financial. So they weren't, one was specifically meat-related. Skinless bangers. I'm telling you, you look for that kid in England.
Okay.
It's him.
Random.
Hello, Dalton. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Dalton, welcome to the program. Random question.
All right.
Let's see here, Dalton. What do we got for you? All right, Dalton.
Be gentle. I'm a short time listener, first time caller.
Okay. We'll make it easy for you then. You use Uber, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's quite simple. What right now is your Uber rating? Ooh.
It's about a 4.
It's about a 4. Now,
Out of how many? I'm not on Uber.
It's 1 to 5, correct,
Okay.
Ted?
Yeah, it's out of 5.
Okay. So you don't have a perfect rating exactly. What do you think happened that brought your rating even just down to a 4-star rating? Do you remember?
How could it not be perfect? All you got to do is sit in a goddamn car.
That's it. So I'm wondering, was there an incident that maybe happened that you can think of that brought your rating down?
Well, I'm from Oklahoma. I was born and raised here, but I'm from Oklahoma. Worked in the Air Force and then got out to work iron. And on the weekends, I would drive drunkers around. Okay. And seeing how I'm prior service and I work construction, I basically have no time for BS. So this one lady, I picked her up from OU. She was constantly complaining about being too hot, too cold, too hot, too cold. So I finally turned around. I looked at her. And I'm like, well, the windows are unlocked. You could roll down the windows or roll it up. Doesn't matter to me. So I think that was
the reason she gave me a 4 because I told her that she could use the window.
So you are an actual driver then for Uber?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was basically asking your consumer rating. But you're a 4.
But this is more interesting to me, right?
Yeah, right.
Because, all right, so you got a 4 out of 5. You're an actual driver. So there's that lady, but I would think if you do an aggregate of your ratings, it should still be higher. Even, I mean, her one complaint can't possibly have brought it down, right?
You would think so.
I would also recommend that on your thing you say exactly what you told us. I'm ex-military. I work construction. I hate small chatter. Don't talk to me.
Now, let me ask this, because, again, I am very aware of what Uber is, but as I am not an Uber user, I don't have the app. So can you read a review that they give you, or is it just the number of stars?
It's just the number of stars. If they actually want to complain, they could actually, email the corporate.
Okay.
But I didn't get a complaint about it.
All right.
So.
Whose rating comes up first, though? Because, like, if I'm driving and I see that you gave me a 3, I'm going to give your ass a 2, right?
Right.
Okay.
Because when you take a ride, it doesn't say what he rated me. I'm just rating him.
Okay, so neither one.
Right,
you
and
don't
then
know.
You could see your rating. It stays.
What's
in
your
there.
average rating, Ted?
My average rating's about a 4.5.
Okay.
Mine's pretty good.
Let me ask
I'm
you-
like 4.9.
Let me ask you a question.
Ooh.
Let's say in these pre-COVID times, all right, one of your buddies who looks like the sauce man, he calls an Uber because you and maybe, say, Ryan Castle have been out drinking. And the goal of maybe Ryan Castle and this other individual in the car is to bring down the sauce man's Uber rating by constantly harassing the driver throughout the ride. Now, you know that we are harassing you because we're trying to bring, or some people are trying to bring down their buddy's Uber rating. Are you going to give our buddy a break knowing damn well that he's elbowing us, telling us to stop?
Yeah. So, again, I used to work in a grocery store, so I used to deal with a lot of customers who are angry and, like, agitated. So what I would do is I'd be overly happy to them, which would piss them off even more.
Okay.
So I'd probably do that to you guys. I disagree with you guys, and
like your music sucks, dude. Will you turn the channel?
All right, yeah. Well, let me ask you
What is this? KISW? Can you put something else on?
But like you get.
I would just turn it to like a Mexican station or something.
All right, now how do you rate the guy whose Uber's in is not physically in the car? All right, so the sauce man has requested an Uber because say I'm just pissed drunk. They just want to get me home. They're trying to do the right thing. It is established that I am not him, but I'm going to the address that you have there. Right. Mm-hmm. But then I really suck as a I puke in the back of your cab, man. I make weird phone calls to people. Now, you know I'm not the guy whose Uber account it is. Does he still get a low rating?
I don't think so because he had to deal with it.
Yeah, just pick up the phone and make up an imaginary conversation.
Yeah.
What do you mean 3 women aren't available? All right, how many do you got? 2? Who do you have? Oh.
Her again?
All right. Oh, but she has a new friend? Okay, this is great. And how much?
Right.
People can screw up your rating, though. You let somebody else get a ride.
But a lot of it, a lot of times that I've seen, like people have gotten me an Uber because I'm pissed drunk. And again, we established it up front. I'm pretty good. It's like, man, wake me up when we get there. Because at that point, But I have a friend who's a bartender, and she makes the mistake of, she's like, you don't think about it, but you get some regulars, you get people that get trashed. And they're like, look, man, we can't let you drive home. But they're not people you know. Like, just give me your address. And that's where they get the really crappy ratings.
See, I would never do that. My buddy totally ruined mine. He ruined my Uber rating.
Because the letter of his first name starts with an S.
Yes, it does. In one weekend of just being absolutely out of his mind.
Were you with him?
Yes. Yes. I mean, he was like 8 vodka tonics deep when I got to the bar. I was like, dude, you are freaking flying. Like, he was like, wow. And I'm like, oh, boy, here we go. Let's go back downtown and get closer to your hotel. That was a bad idea, man. That Uber ride costed me greatly as far as to not get him to shut up. I mean, every single thing this guy was doing, he was like just on him. And I'm like, oh, man, come on. All right. You are killing
Trust
me.
the GPS.
Yes, exactly. The reason we asked, what is your Uber rating? An Uber driver was assaulted by a passenger who was told that he would have to wear a mask if he wanted to ride in the vehicle, according to Florida police. Christopher Vaca yesterday was...
Vodka?
Vaca, V-A-C-H-A.
Oh.
Or Vacha. He got an Uber about 4:30 in the morning.
You got to know what you're picking up.
To a waterfront apartment complex in Treasure Island. When the car arrived, driver Raymond Jackson, who was 68, told Vaca he had to wear a mask or he could not ride. According to that, he got pissed and blew into Jackson's face through the driver window. When Jackson exited the car, then Vaca punched him in the face.
Oh.
He was arrested for aggravated battery. And did you know that in Florida, aggravated battery and something else happens if you attack someone who's 65 years or older? That becomes a felony.
Pretty much everybody.
That becomes a felony. Yeah, so he was also charged with resisting arrest, all these other things. But either way, he was jailed on $50,000 bond. It is safe to say that he is not allowed to ride in an Uber.
Poor rating.
According to the report. More of the random question coming up, 206-421-ROCK.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Everyone is talking about Top Gun Maverick, and it's now the #1 movie in the world.
Outstanding.
It will leave you cheering.
Yes!
And is the ultimate summer movie experience.
Damn right.
Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick, rated PG-13.